It's the hardest part of the ring. The hardest part of the ring. Sometimes you reach out for that hot tag, but then you go ahead and make your own comeback. Don't do that. That's when you should quit wrestling. And you're better off rolling in thumbtacks. It's the hardest part of the ring. The hardest part of the ring. Sometimes you go over the top rope and you bang your head on the ring apron. Oh no, that's when you feel like a big dope. Cause they're the worst bumps you can be taking. Oh yeah, it's the hardest part of the ring. Chris and Mark, the hardest part of the ring. Double claps. The hardest part of the ring. The hardest part of the ring. Ba-da-ba-da. Wow, it's the hardest part of the ring. This is maybe the latest hardest part of the ring I've ever done. It is, oh my god, it was 3 years ago they had that NXT. I just kept out plumb forgetting. I was a little bit, I apologize, guys. I was a bit backed up. I had to do a bunch of paperwork and this, that, and the other thing because Bobby got a new job. I got a third job and 4 months of living in San Diego. Creative differences, brother. That don't work for me, brother. No, yeah, no, it didn't. Definitely did not. Yeah, expect the unexpected. Yeah, maybe I am insane, Jake the Snake Roberts. Maybe I am insane. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, so I was a little bit busy, but I wanted to make sure I got one of these bad boys in. I think I have a pretty good idea of what I want to do for my next old pay-per-view. So hopefully I can start watching it Sunday, so maybe Tuesday or Wednesday I can get that bad boy up. Let's talk about the NXT, March 24th, 2021, the Hulu Not Limited Enough Commercial Interruption Edition. I haven't done the Peacock thing yet. I'm putting that off. Well, I think everyone's up in arms about the, I guess, Peacock or NBC, whatever, is removing offensive content from past WWE shows. So, that's going to be a fun thing to debate and fight about all the time. Can't wait for that. We know so far they have taken away Roddy Piper's in promo and match with Bad News Brown from WrestleMania 6, which in a way bothers me because I've watched that match with Piper and Bad News from WrestleMania 6 every day for the last 31 years. So that's just going to be, I don't know how I'm going to move on. Anyway, the show opens with Hulk Hogan slamming Andre the Giant. And then we have a nice, veiny, throbbing package in our face. We have a package about Karrion Kross and Scarlett, and she's writhing on top of Finn. And then maybe Alexa straddled Randy Orton because Scarlett was on top of Finn and they had to one-up the NXT people. I don't know the answers. You crazy cats. But Adam Cole walks in and he's got no mask, and his friends, he's got security, they don't have a mask. And this was funny to me, I don't know why. Of all the, hey, so-and-so's walking backstage, walking into the building, entering the building, walking in the parking lot. NXT loves to show their parking lot. All those I'm walking shots they've done since the height of Raw and whatever. This one was funniest to me because he stops to sign a book that he's here. I don't know why that was comical. He's like the former champion, the best champion they've had, more or less, and a super top guy, and blah, 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 and he's pissed off, he's following nobody's rules and only caring about himself, and stops to check in so they know what time that he's going to the doctor's office or something. It was funny to me. I don't know why. Like he's signing up for a yoga class. What the hell are you doing? Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai wrestle Zoe Stark and Io Shirai. I didn't even mean that to rhyme, but it did. Maybe that's why the match was booked. And Zoe Stark, not once but twice. Twice she does the indie-ish of indie. What the hell is going on outside? I live by the freeway, by the way, so that's going to be hilarious when I start my remote phone job soon. Be that as it may, that notwithstanding, nevertheless, gosh darn it all to heck, we are hip to that scene, down like a clown out here like Vladimir, chilling like Bob did on penicillin as we were watching the first match. Twice Zoe Stark does the goofy slides, like she gets whipped out of the corner of the buckle and she does like a slide, like a cool slide to turn around. She did it twice. I hated it so much. Io Shirai did a big backwards flippity doodah off the buckles onto the other gals. The gals, I'm gonna call them. That's stupid. And what happened here? No, I mean this is cool. They had good use of Raquel. Raquel would get in there quick and use her power moves and whatnot, and just get her devastation over. And the finish really gets the dominance of Raquel over. So I really like that because it really makes it look like there's a serious threat to Io Shirai's NXT Championship. And I think the right move is for Raquel to take it, and I think that's what's going to happen. I do. Well, whatever. We will find out whenever the hell that 18 Mania Day Chaos thing happens. I'm dreading the whole thing. Raquel wins with not one but two booby slams. Why does she do that? She picks him up. She hits the finish on Zoe, picks up Zoe again. Does she pick her up again? I forget. She hits it twice. The second time she hits the move on Zoe, who was there to get pinned. She uses with excellent balance. I gotta say, maybe she went to that yoga class Adam Cole's signing up to. And then she picks up her foot and she boots Io Shirai off the ring apron, which is the hardest part of the ring, and gets the Duke of the 1, 2, 3. It was a tag match. I mean, the match had specific goals. It wasn't there to be a great tag match. It was very good. I mean, they're all very good, but it was there to get a point over. This match existed for Io and Raquel's upcoming big match, so it's good for what it was. I give it 8,400 stars. How about that? Okay. Now we have a weird stare down with, the match is not over. I mean, the match is over, but the action continues. As, that's actually what Gorilla Monsoon said, coincidentally enough, after the Piper Bad News match of Mania 6, where they both get DQ'd. Oh, the fight's not over, Monsoon, but the fight's over, but the war continues. The action continues. It's a weird stare down between Io and Dakota, but this was really well done. Io and Raquel have the stare down. Raquel, fuck me. Dakota steps in front of the ring apron, is the hardest part of the ring, provides a temporary distraction on Io, which allows Raquel to nail Io, and she gives Io Shirai the booby slam on the announcer's table and folded her backwards over the thing, and Io just screaming out in pain. Very effective, but Jesus Christ, I'd like everyone to be walking and have longer, healthier careers so they can all make more money. So by the time they've spent all these years getting over with us and making us care, they can actually continue wrestling. That would be nice. So excited for this match, though. Cole and Kyle have a backstage fight. This is interesting. They had Kyle in the training room teaching some guys how to grapple, and I like this because there's cursing like men, like men don't say screw you when they're mad, and there's a lot of beeping and stuff, and it's broken up right away because there are people around right away, so they don't have time to do like wrestling spots or anything, and there's like a bunch of dudes rolling around, so they break it up. And Scarlett and the other guy, I'm gonna start calling him. He wrestles Oni Lorcan and he beats the crap out of Oni Lorcan. So this puts any doubt to mind. He never really addressed whose fault it is Scarlett got bounced around, but whatever. Karrion Kross cuts a promo and he's very upset. And it's almost like they almost kind of played like Scarlett's manipulating Kross, like she wanted to get hit by Finn, who was bounced in by Owen. I don't know, which is interesting. And a new angle on the characters. So if they're both on a somewhat different pages, it adds a new layer to them. So that's kind of cool. Finn interrupts. He cuts a very good promo. I forgot what he was talking about. Oh, jeez. This is what happens when you watch it. You record the thing 3 days after the fact. And a slight concern on Finn's face when Finn starts to say, hey, you fight on emotion, and I have no emotion, or blah, 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 and I know you're going to slip up. And so I like how Scarlett was selling she's selling the babyface's promo. Like, they're not. I hate it when the heels always roll their eyes and always scoff and always do a fake laugh. Like, nothing the babyface says bothers or threatens them. Well, why do I care then? I mean, you're burying my baby. You're burying my baby here. Don't bury my baby face. Now, William Regal makes an announcement about Gargano is going to wrestle the winner of a 12-man battle royal where they enter at different times and pin each other or something. It's complicated. I don't understand. Gargano walks in and walks out and says he won't close the door and he's being funny heel guy. Ha ha. the Drake Maverick guy is in the ring and he's acting tough for some reason, and Walter, Walter beats him in 2 moves, and it was perfect. Absolutely perfect. He hit something and the power bomb. Um, and then there was a referee stoppage because oh yeah, I think he did some kind of submission after the what do you call it? After the power bomb. And I love this. This referee just made like the call, like okay, you can't answer any of this, so why are we bothering? Yeah, dominance. There was no 20-minute back and forth in AEW. There was none of that. There was not even a 5 minute, and have to give Drake a little bit. No, we don't. Because we're building Walter and Ciampa. Ciampa comes out celebrating his 61st birthday. What happened to his hair? It's gone and gray. And Walter says no like a heel. Hey, someone knows how wrestling works. And then they jump Ciampa because Ciampa slaps Walter because he's a real man, like a real babyface. And then the real heels all jump him. And then a big, thunderous, damn near kill you chop, one move from Walter, has Ciampa down and hurting and selling. And they sell you the devastation of everything that Walter is, and he's believable. Is he a body guy? No, he does not have a great body. He looks like he can and is about to murder someone. You don't want to get on his bad side, so this was great. So now I'm excited for Ciampa and Walter. That's going to be one of my most anticipated matches of the whole 46-day WrestleMania NXT extravaganza. Oh boy, I'm dreading this. It's just too much stuff. But I have to try to keep up because I don't like to have it spoiled, and I'm gonna lose. Just give it up. And Mercedes Martinez is bribed by Robert Stone to be Aaliyah's tag partner to challenge for a match for the tag team championships against the Legion of Gimmicks, which is already a title shot. So why would you have to bribe her? Why does not the only, I guess Scarlett too, but why does the only male manager in fucking NXT has to bribe people to get a title shot with his person. He only manages one woman who, forgive me, I have no problems with Aaliyah, but she's not featured, so why would I take this manager seriously? I don't know why. Anyway, I guess she says yes, and they challenge the Legion of Gimmicks, the LOG, to the Women's Tag Team Championships later on in the show. And what happens? Is that Regal and Gargano again, or did I mess up? I forget. I don't know what happens. Anyway, so Mercedes and Aaliyah have this match, and Stone takes his shoe off, and he doesn't have socks, and it's annoying. I had no problem with Aaliyah. She does one of these, though. A lot of the NXT women from, like, her era, her graduating class of 2017-18, I just caught another mosquito. I haven't done this since we last recorded one of this, and that's how cool that is. I love doing that. Every time I do this, the mosquitoes want to come get me, but gotta get up pretty early in the morning to fool Bob. Actually, no, you don't. I'm unconscious for most of the day. Aaliyah likes to throw the tantrums when she doesn't get the cover, when she gets the 2 count, and they're over the top. And Peyton and Billy used to overdo them too, and Carmella as well from that era, that somewhat immediately post 4 Horsewomen era of NXT. They all do it. Just like Bayley and Sasha did the Scooby-Doo cover, and I don't see them do it anymore, thankfully. The Scooby-Doo cover is when they hook the leg and lean back, and they slip out their feet like Scooby-Doo's about to start running. And it looks really silly, and they all did it for a while, and thankfully they got away from it. Sloppy Blackheart takes the heat for the first half. She didn't even have a tag. So Ember's first, she gets chucked off the ring apron once, was the hardest part of the ring apron. Ember gets the hot tag, and this was thankfully short, and it shouldn't have been long because there's no tag team there's no tag team history of teaming between Mercedes and Aaliyah. Ember hits her move on Aaliyah. 1, 2, 3. Legion of Gimmicks. They are cheesy as all hell. They are in the hall. 2 things happen in the hallway. Roderick Grimes is approached by. Roderick Grimes is not a person on the show. Roderick Strong is approached by Cameron Grimes. Grimes is annoying him with the breakup of the Undisputed Era, and Roderick punches him in the mouth like a man. Okay, good. We do a better job with our babies and our heels on NXT than the other programs. Legion of Gimmicks is in a hallway. Oh God, this was oof. This was like a bunch of bad comedians doing a podcast, and everyone's trying to do the punchline, and no one wants to set anything up. And they're just talking over each other, and they are spitting out over each other all of their catchphrases at the same time, and none of them make any sense, and they're just so spastic and all over the place. And Candace and her friend in the way, indie wrestling, approaches her. Candace does the slow clap, which is a little lame and outdated, but whatever. But really, the other three of them are all just babbling over each other. And Candace, thanks for again, she's one of my new favorites in the last several months. She takes her time. She lets everybody babble each other out because now you can't hear a word of it. And she says what she needs to say, like a bitch, because she's a heel, and walks the fuck off because she doesn't want to hear the comeback. Beautiful. LOG, I wrote, they came off like a female MSK in this segment. That's bad. Memorial Sloan Kettering. A lot of people at that hospital have cancer. What happened last? I always stop taking notes. I don't remember. There was some kind of contract signing with Kyle O'Reilly, who's wearing denim and has a mohawk, but not really. And Adam Cole, who's not wearing denim and doesn't have a mohawk. Cole cuts an amazing promo about their history, and Kyle was always the lackey and the secondary man, couldn't be a leader, and everybody held him back. But he just did such a great, believable job, just being the biggest asshole, with enough truth to make an argument, but enough spinning of history to kind of make you go, yeah, fuck you too. And Kyle cut a great promo too. I think the best one I've ever heard. I think sometimes Kyle has that. I can't pick on anyone's voice. You've heard my voice. It sounds like Ray Romano. Fuck Kermit the Frog, but Kyle, he cut a believable thing on just what an asshole Adam's become, and sometimes you have to actually become a good person and not just a great superstar wrestler or whatever. So I loved all this. This was really good. There was a bit of a brawl that got separated. So I guess on Twitter, Cole turned around and not punched Regal, but this didn't make Hulu. I don't know if it made the USA thing. That would have been the biggest way to end the thing on TV, but it did not make the Hulu version. I have no idea if it made the USA TV. I just saw it on the internet. At the end of this brawl, Cole turns around, and it looked like deliberate, not like, oh, I accidentally hit the GM. Like he just slugged Regal because fuck him. So, and if he did it on purpose, he's a better heel, so good. It was a very good show. Very good show. I'm gonna try to do. I think I know what a pay-per-view I want to do for the next old one. So I thank you, especially Chris and Mark, if you're still there. I got my new job. I treated myself to some new toys. I got the Transformers Kingdom Scourge, and I got very lucky. I usually the Targets just in the He-Man Origins, they just have He-Man, Skeletor, and Battlecat in my area at the two Targets in the Walmart that I'm near. And they had a Ninjor just sitting there on a peg, so I picked him up at two just because, well, that's never going to happen again. Haven't seen one since before all the months I've been checking. So I need another bad guy. That's the thing. So I have Zodak, Roboto, and He-Man, and Battlecat, and I have Skeletor and Ninjor. I love how lazy they were with their names. So I'm trying to find. I bet you. I mean, I could just go off Amazon and end it, but I kind of like the hunt. That's the thing. I kind of like going and seeing. So hopefully I can maybe get like a Merman is really where I have my eyeballs on. Merman or Beastman would be cool too. Beastman would be very cool. But Hordak, I don't even plan on seeing. But the black Hordak though is the one I want, not the blue one. I like the black one. That's the one I had as a kid, so it's kind of like that's the one I want. So I'm going to try to keep my eyeballs out for that, build up some bad guys. I have no plans as of right now on doing any videos like I do with the G.I. Joes or with the He-Mans. I'll just never have enough of those to do that, and I don't know. So if I don't get fired from this job, I'll in a month maybe I'll pick up that Origins Castle Grayskull. So that might be interesting. I had the opportunity to get the Kingdom Grimlock with Wheelie, but it was $50, and even though I just got the job and I was celebrating and splurging a bit, at the same time, I didn't feel 100% right doing that. So, I don't know. Maybe if like 3 or 4 weeks go by, and then I see it again, I'll be like, all right, it's been a little bit. You're due for one. but I'm gonna lay low for a bit because I just got two cool, awesome toys, and the robot. Oh, the GI Joe Adventure, combining these two topics, should be coming out sometime this weekend. I hope Sunday I can do a premiere, and maybe Saturday I can start throwing some links out. And don't feel pressured to net join me, or you have to see it live. But I love it. I definitely love it. But more concerned that you watch it and you like it. But I definitely love to see you there. So I thank you both. They're all. I don't know who else is out there. Uh, do what you do. Say stuff. Do things. Say stuff related to things you're doing. Do stuff in correlation with the things you're saying. Rock and roll, strutting, strolling, slamming, jamming, moving, and grooving, all the way live, living on the edge of a lightning bolt, making your body shake, your back crack, and your liver quiver with a hole in your heart and a pain in your pancreas, and an insult to injury, or an assault and a wound, throwing gas on a fire, punching a clock, passing a buck, working hard, but hard are they working? It's a scorch out there, and the Brooklyn Dodgers win a series, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 23 skidoo, ba-da-ba-ba-da. It's the hardest part of the ring.